Welcome to the Backyard Professor Responds videos. Okay, so I have a question for you. Um, are we beginning to get a lot more videos of aliens walking around everywhere because everyone is tired of looking at all the spaceships in the sky and the orbs and all that jazz? So in order to keep interest in this UFO topic, perhaps now more and more aliens are showing up, or are more and more aliens actually showing up? I don't know. I found a new video that I'm going to share with you, and it is interesting. It is really interesting. Let's take a look at this.
Okay, guys, we've got a piece of footage of what I can only describe as an alien-looking creature. So, guys, let's take a look at the footage, and then we'll have a real quick chat afterwards. Here's what I know about this footage. This was captured off this Ring doorbell camera at this lady's house on June the 6th, 2025, just after 1 a.m. Now, in the footage, we can see this alien-like creature. I mean, look at its head. It's a very weird shape. The size of the creature, I'm judging this at about 3 to 4 feet. And the color, this is looking like a bluey gray creature of the typical grays. Now, remember, there are two types of grays. There are the tall ones and there are the small ones. But what could this be? Now, could this be somebody in an elaborate costume? Well, this would have to be a very small person. A child being out at 1 a.m. in the morning, that's kind of, I can't see that happening, but it's not out of the realms. But what do you think about this intriguing and weird piece of footage? So until next time, stay blessed and keep safe.
You know, we can't all look like those anorexic aliens in the James Cameron movie.
What do you think? I think that's intriguing. I think the head shape is kind of weird. But then, see, aliens could have variations just like we could, right? And it certainly looked hunchback. Its neck was definitely sticking way out, and the head was really big and elongated. I don't know. This is just intriguing to me. I don't know how convincing it is. This is the first time I've seen it. This video was made 5 days ago. I'll leave a link in my description so that you can watch it. I pretty much showed you all of it, but in fact, I did show it all to you. But so I'm not sure if the aliens are trying to maintain their secrecy, and if they can really read our minds. Now, see, we've been told by a lot of people that they can read our minds. Experiencers with the aliens say they have had pictures put into their heads, or they have heard words without the mouth of the alien moving, etc. And so there is a communication. And if it's true that they can read our minds, and they know that we have doorbell cameras now, and they know that we have dash cam cameras, and they know every one of us have a phone, etc. If they're trying to remain hidden, they're not doing very good. On the other hand, at this point in the game, and I'm not trying to be skeptical, but I don't know what it is about this one that makes me wonder, but it's iffy. It's sketchy. You got to admit, it's fun. It's interesting to see if people really are doing this to bamboozle the public. They're getting more and more creative. I will give them that. The way that thing walked and the way it looked and all, that was interesting. It's not that someone couldn't make the head look that way in a costume. He said it happened at 1 o'clock in the morning, and it's a pretty small looking creature. So I'll leave it to you to tell me in the comments what you really think. I'm personally, this is what is so interesting. I want to believe. And I do believe, but it's not based on videos and pictures. Everyone keeps telling me, everyone keeps saying in comments to other videos, we need hardcore evidence. The more videos that show up, the more pictures that show up, the more skeptical it appears to me that everyone is becoming. So if that's not good evidence, what is? I would say the history books. Again, there are documented cases from very, very credible sources that can be seen as better evidence than a video like this. I think Richard Dolan's books are vastly more important and credible than a video like this. Isn't that ironic? Are we being led down the primrose path here with so-called the importance of video evidence, when perhaps what's happening is, with the rise of AI and CGI, people are testing out their skills with computers to see how realistic they can make things and to find their mistakes by putting them out there so that people can put them on YouTube and say, look, here's an alien, and then see what people are saying in the comments so that they can then go back to the drawing board, as it were, to the drawing computer, and do another one and try to make it even more realistic and more realistic and more realistic. I get it. It sounds like a great big conspiracy theory. I'm with you on that, but I can't help but think along those lines. So far, and as I run across stuff, I like to share it with you, but so far I haven't seen anything that's really overly convincing, and it's not nearly as impressive as the evidence that I'm reading about happened. And that intrigues me. So I'm just letting you know that it is important to look at this stuff, but it's also important to be reading. There are some very, very good books of incredibly good literature by a lot of different authors who are exploring the different cases of UFOs. Now, the majority, and we've said this all along, I'm not telling you anything new when I say the majority of the evidence, the majority of the information that we get, whether from someone else or through a book or a publication or whatever, the majority of that's going to be something prosaic, not anomalous. And we have to realize that seriously. But that doesn't mean the anomalous doesn't exist. It just means we have to look harder. So we're going to keep looking. We're going to keep trying to find. Let me know what you think in the comments about this. I think it's intriguing, but that doesn't mean it's authentic, in my opinion. I don't know. I'm going to have to take some more time with it if I care to, and really take a hard, close look. It's just not there yet, but they're working on it. I'll catch up to you soon. Have a great day.